shop. I spiggity spit that shit that make niggas Glock pop. Fuck streaming platforms, paying artists half a penny. Fuck that, put the beam on them. Yellow tape crime scene on them. What's a nightmare to a dream, homie? Freddy Krueger and villain apparel only. The only time I play is when I'm fucking with Sony. Doctor took my DNA, they might wanna clone me. She wanted my seed so she could own me. I got ghosts like Tony, villain master at the ceremony. Hotter than Pyrex on the stovetop. Selling dope on cell phones and laptops. Stay banging Audio Max, ain't nothing stop. Pop the trunk, we flood the whole fucking block. Shop open, I bet even your mama cop. Lame niggas get chopped up like tan rocks. I'm on the low like red tops and tube socks. The type to get money and buy some more fucking stock. I keep sticking and moving till his body drop. The roof is on fire, I'm too fucking hot. I like the way shorty look in her dreadlocks. She had a yellow woo symbol on her black Crocs. Life is a paradox, I'm unorthodox. Feel the cold vein, cannibal ox. My city wants the violence to stop, but the little niggas on the block got bodies to drop, bottles to pop, new cars and clothes to cop. All they do is murder and shop, scheme and plot. Yo. What's good? Welcome to Music Talk Mondays, man. Hope everybody had a good weekend. You know what I'm saying? Everything been lovely, you feel me? I'm just chilling. You know, hope everybody relaxing, having peaceful vibes, you know what I'm saying? Man, where shall I begin? So I said, do you know how to sell your music without being online? That's very deep right there, you feel me? So, just the way we gonna do it. If you never sold your music hand to hand, right, then how do you know how to make money without it being online? If the internet goes down, what you gonna do, man? It's just that simple. If the internet goes down, what you gonna do? And besides the fact that they paying us a half a penny for a stream. A half a penny. Half a penny, y'all. A half a penny to feed the babies, right? So, I gotta play the villain, you know what I'm saying? And I gotta come out here and I gotta tell y'all, one of the first CDs I put out, I made $1,500 off that CD. Hand to hand. 3 car washes. From east to the west, you feel me? So, if you don't know how to do that, then I suggest you learn how to do so. Print up hard copies, man. Stop relying on the web, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just print up hard copies. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta, you know what I mean? Like, what's the word I'm looking for here? Like, submit yourself, sell yourself to the algorithm. I mean, it works, don't get me wrong, but that's just one aspect of this game. You gotta get money. You know what I'm saying? You have to get money. If you don't know how to get money, I don't know what to tell you. But being a hustler, you know what I'm saying? Some people gonna take just nothing but papers. You know what I'm saying? You got dollars, you got 20s, you got 5s, you got 10s, and then you got some people, don't bring no change to me. Just give me all dollars, you feel me? But you got that one person, you know what I'm saying, it's like, yo, I take the change and the dollars, nigga. I'm trying to get it all. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that's about. For real. That's exactly what that's about. But man, y'all have to be independent, and I can't stress it enough. How many people have you seen out here that's been on a record label and been shelved? How many people been on record labels that you might know or been around that have been shelved? Their music is not coming out, shit like that, you know what I'm saying? So, wow, that's just crazy to me. Take control of your own destiny. Print your shit up physical. Start getting your merch together. You know what I mean? And then, you know what I'm saying, go out here and hustle. Go get the bag. You got to do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? So, most definitely go get the money physically, though. How fast does it take for you to make $12 online? Ask yourself that question. Start studying the numbers. How fast does it take you to make $5 online? Now, if you're doing that shit hand to hand and you selling it, what, $12 a piece. You feel me? Look how fast you done made $12. Look how fast you made $24 and shit like that. Some people never get out of the $20 aspect of the music online for streaming. Spotify talking about if all your songs don't make 1,000 or better, you don't get credit for that project. You can have one song that's 1,000, but then you don't get credit because all the rest of your songs on your project didn't reach 1,000. You know what I mean? So it's like, what do? You know what I mean? So what you do, you put your shit online, and then also you have your shit physical, and you sell your shit for how much you want to sell it for. That way you are controlling your artistry. You know what I mean? You're controlling your destiny as an artist, because now you have your shit in your hand. If you want to go do some shows, go do some shows. Put some videos out. Make yourself larger than life. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta make sure that you keep money coming to you. Not all these fucking middlemen and shit like that. Get your bread yourself. Go out here, like, listen. Say like if you sold your project for like $15 and you just had 12 of them bitches. Look how much money you done came up on. And that's something off of you. You ain't had to split that with, you know what I'm saying, like no distributor, no nothing. Meanwhile, have your shit online, right? And then on top of that, you getting money in the streets. That's how this shit works. You get money both places. Don't let nobody tell you, oh yeah, put your shit online, you know what I'm saying, and just, you know what I mean, hope everything work out, do the marketing, do the ads and all that shit. Listen, bro, I'm gonna give you be transparent. Every time I'm online, I make money. Every time I make a post, I make money. So I'm not online for free. So don't get it fucked up. I don't want y'all to think that I be doing shit, you know what I'm saying, online for free, or just be on the motherfucker just wasting my motherfucking time. Time is money, you know what I'm saying? So every time I'm on these motherfucking platforms, I'm getting bread, yo. You know what I mean? If you see me on Facebook, I'm getting bread. If you see me on the gram, I'm getting bread. You see me on TikTok, I'm getting bread, yo. That's just the way that it works, man. And I got my own websites and all that shit. And oh yeah, and don't let me start y'all on that Audio Max shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm online, but you gotta sell your shit physical, hand to hand. And then when you get to meet people, they get, you know, you talk to them and shit like that. You know what I mean? It helped broaden your fan base, word of mouth. You know what I mean? So it's like if you cashing out here doing the hand-to-hand shit, you wasting your fucking time for real, for real. And let me say this, 1 million streams, I'm going to say in worst cases, it's like, what, 2,500, 3,000 or some shit like, 2,500, 3,000, some shit like that. So start learning the numbers. You know what I mean? If anything, what you want to do when you put your shit out online, your numbers should be in your head. I mean, you can have greater numbers, but this is something easy to obtain. You want 45,000 streams. 45,000 streams. 50,000 streams. Now you're getting money. It's like $100, $200, some shit like that, right? But at the same time, let's just say if you made your own beat, you recorded yourself, right? That's all you. You ain't got to split that shit with nobody. You feel me? Now, if you do got to split it, you still getting bread. You know what I'm saying? So if you put out enough songs, 45,000 streams, 50,000 streams, and let's just say you got like 10 songs out, and all of them like 45,000 streams, 50,000 streams. You know what that mean? Ching ching. Yeah, that's how you gotta map this shit out. Shout out to Sauce Walker, you know what I mean? He dropped that jewel. Check one of his interviews out. I think he was on Bootleg K when he said that shit. So I'm just saying, man, you gotta know your business. You gotta know the music business. If you don't know the music business, you in this motherfucker for nothing, for free. You know what I mean? So I spent, close to 10 minutes talking about that. I want to get into this so-called UK and American beef hip-hop wise, right? As it was with the West Coast and the East Coast beef, as I said, that shit don't exist. It's a myth. Drake tell a UK rapper since he's over there, because you know, he fumbled the ball over here. So he's over there like, yo, all you UK rappers are so much better, you know what I'm saying, shit like that or whatever, and y'all better than the American rappers and all that other type shit. Well, this is what I want to say. I respect all UK rappers from overseas. I respect all overseas rappers, to be totally honest with y'all. But at the same time, it's like Drake trying to put some shit in the game. And we can't have that. You understand what I'm saying? We can't have that. So I'm just letting everybody know we got love for the UK, and they most definitely got love for us. You know what I mean? So, that's just a myth, man. Don't let somebody that just went through something all emotional try to start something, you know what I'm saying, in the family cipher. You know what I mean? Listen, man, if you do hip hop, the way hip hop is supposed to be viewed, especially at this point, we all family and shit, for real, for real. We all family. We all inside of the same fucking bubble. We underneath the same blanket of hip hop. We in the culture together. So if I see somebody that does this music, peace. You know what I'm saying? What's good? You know what I mean? We can chop it up, all kinds of shit. And I just want to let y'all know too, I am live. So if you got something you might want to say or whatever, you know what I mean, type it up in the chat. You know what I mean? Or I could put the link so somebody can slide up in here. You know what I mean? No Diddy. Hold up, let me see something here. I don't want to hit the wrong fucking button. Bad. Copy that. Alright, so let's see. Bad. Alright, so I just put that up in the chat. So all you gotta do is hit the link. You know what I'm saying? If you wanna chime in. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you can hit the link and chime in if you want to. You got something to say, go ahead and hit that link. You know what I mean? And we can have some discussions or whatever. But back to what I was saying though, man, hip hop right now, mainstream wise, has changed over. You know what I mean? It's changing on a consistent basis. But at the same time, I'm just like, yo, like, what's really good? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing as a culture? Like I said, we supposed to be showing each other love, man. You know, you do this music, I do this music. We here. You might do it from a West Coast perspective. I might do it from an East Coast perspective. They might do it from a UK perspective. They might do it from a down south perspective. But it's all hip hop though. And we all supposed to embrace each other, man. Fuck all that hate shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's get money. Let's get money together. All that shoot 'em up, bang, bang shit, like, cut that bullshit out. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not even worth it at the end of the day. It's really not. It's not worth it at the end of the day, man. Hold up. So it's like if you cash... Oh, I had to check on something real quick. Doing that. I had to check on something. But, yeah, man, shout out to Taylor B. I'm great being on her show. She has a hip-hop show, you know what I'm saying? Also, she does numerologics. So check out Taylor B's channel. And you can see specifically where I'm going to be in the community post. So check her channel out as well. Shout out to Born Devon. He has a book out called Scars and Stripes, you know what I'm saying? So check that out. Kindle, Amazon. Y'all most definitely can go get that. Desert Ease, you know what I'm saying? He dropped his project once again. It's still doing phenomenal. Lil Damo, his project is still doing phenomenal. And my project is doing phenomenal, you know what I mean? So we still dropping shit. I just dropped a video today. I did another video. Well, let's just say visualizer. So that visualizer probably come tonight or tomorrow. You know what I mean? But man, hit that link if you want to jump in the conversation or whatever, or even start a conversation. Hit the link. Shout out to Nick Soprano. You know what I mean? I've been building with the God. You know what I mean? He got some interesting stories and shit, for real, for real. Shout out to my brother Amon, yo. Amon, what's good, fam? You know what I'm saying? I love you. You know that. You know that. You know that. Hey, Sin God Superior, Balti Mega. You know what I mean? What's good, y'all? Wu-Tang Management. What is good, y'all? I'm just happy to be here. Y'all don't understand what I'm dealing with when it comes to this laptop shit and all that or what have you. So, man. But I found a workaround. Got the headphones and shit that I gained with. Had to plug it in, so I ain't got no sound card. Can't do the shoot 'em up, bang, bang shit or the laughs and all that right now. So I'm just waiting on a MacBook or something, you know what I mean? So, yeah. But nonetheless, it's Monday. And like I said, we're going to keep giving you what we supposed to give you. You know what I'm saying? We're going to give you the real, you know what I mean? But yeah, Drake went overseas talking all that crazy shit. And then guess what happens? The top 5, yo. in his neck. You know what I mean? Self true law, born them in the neck. You know what I mean? Bah. Talking trash. UK don't got no killers. That's what he said. And then right after that, the Wireless Fest, bang bang. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you should learn when to keep your mouth closed. Moving right along, though. So like but you know, like I said, y'all, you gotta be independent. Make sure that you know all your business when it comes to being an independent artist. First and foremost, you want to copyright all your shit. Make sure your publishing and everything is straight. You know what I'm saying? And distribution wise, you're gonna have to check that out for yourself. Choose a distributor. You know what I'm saying, that you feel comfortable with. You know what I mean? Outside of that, you know, make sure you have your distribution and everything, and make sure your shit copywritten. Like I said, have your publishing register with an ASCAP or a BMI, because those things are very important. Those are called pros. They're gonna watch out for you. Wherever your shit go get played and all that, they're gonna make sure that you're gonna get the credit for it, and they're gonna pay you for it. You know what I mean? Shout out to Kalada. She out here doing her thing. She got a show August 9th in DC, matter of fact. So I'm going out there to that shit for real. You know what I mean? So once again, shout out to her. Shout out to DJ Frank Cola. You know what I mean? Shout out to my man. Damn, there's so many people. Shout out to my man. God damn. Jimmy Mills, man. Jimmy Mills. Check him out on Instagram. Jimmy Mills, you feel me? Make sure y'all check out Jimmy Mills, man. Shit, I'm trying to throw these shots out. You know what I mean? Shots out to everybody, the new subscribers that's on here, whatever. Like I said, the link is in the chat. So if you hit that link, you can pull up in the green room. I'll throw you up on the screen, or you could just type something in if you want to, or whatever. So, but outside of that, this hip hop world is crazy, man. You want to make sure you're getting your bread. And it's like, the way that I view these record labels and shit, man, it's like, mainstream wise, they promote you, and as soon as you burn out, they get rid of you. And then look at your money, you probably ain't got none. You know what I mean? And then a lot of people that get signed, they don't really have a good sense for money anyway. You know what I'm saying? So, wow, it's an industry that always is forever changing. You know what I'm saying? And certain things in that environment just simply don't change, though. You know what I mean? It really just don't change, which is the crazy part. Boom, there you go. Hit that StreamYard link if you can, if you want to. But man, this shit is crazy, man. You know what? I'm gonna run into I'm gonna run this video real quick. Let y'all see what happened to top 5 for real. This is crazy. And this is my humble opinion. You know what I mean? Join his joint. You know what I mean? Check him out. You know what I mean? He got some jewels on here. Let's go.
Emerged that Top 5 had been stabbed in London. He is reportedly suffering from stab wounds to the neck. And then this page says, same dude, y'all and Weirdo Academics team hyped up to be some killer top shooter demon gangster. Damn. Killer top shooter demon gangster. I ain't condone killing no one, but you ask what you get for sometimes. Ain't that true? But let's listen to this clip.
16, we're at 17.
Top 5 in here, eh? Where are we going tonight? Let them know.
That's a great question.
There's no killers in the UK. There's like serious guys. They're not going to come kill us.
No.
Excessively, you feel extreme fatigue, or you have blurred vision due to diabetes. Place this under your tongue and watch the.
They're not going to kill us for safe. You people show your address. In America?
Fuck.
Now listen.
All right, I'm going to go shower. I'll see you in a bit. My talk.
Yo, you see dude looking at him like, hold up, what the fuck is this nigga talking about? He cut that shit short quick. He said, no? All right, look, I got to go take a shower because your dumb ass about to get me caught up in some bullshit. Hey, let's watch that shit again.
16, we're at 17.
Top 5 in here, eh? Where are we going tonight? Let them know.
That's a great question.
There's no killers in the UK. There's like.
No killers in the UK. Come on, man. This dude run his mouth so much, bro. He be asking for it. If there was ever a person that was asking for something to happen to him, this would be the poster child right here.
Serious guys, they're not going to come kill us.
No.
Look at his face. He said, no. Look at that face. He like, whoa, shit. Speak for yourself, nigga. Don't. What you mean kill us? You mean you, motherfucker? I ain't got. The hell you talking about? Kill us? What the fuck else got to do with anything?
They're not gonna come kill us for safe. You can even show your address here. In America,
That's that nervous laugh. I'm not with this guy. Just in case anybody's wondering.
Fuck.
He said, "Fuck! Look at him. You got that. Fuck. How the fuck am I supposed to get out of this? Why did I even stop to talk to this nut ass nigga?" He said, "Fuck." Look at that face. That's the white boy code for God damn it. Look, I don't know why they let them talk me into coming to talk to this motherfucker. Fuck. He's gonna say some dumb shit.
now listen.
All right, I'm gonna go shower. I'll see you in a bit.
Yeah, I ain't. That's code for no, nigga. I'm done with you. I'm gonna go shower. Let me get away from him because this shit ain't gonna work out. Oh my goodness.
My dog.
Throw some W's to the milk.
Mind you, this is during the new thing that Drake is doing at the wireless joint. And of course he's gonna be there, right? So, you know, he got self truer law born than the neck.
Milk boys.
Let's go.
My dogs. Yo, I'm out of
W's for top 5. 16.
W's for top 5, huh? Look like he needs some praying emojis at this point. I looked around. I even looked in Reddit. So, I mean, the story is out there. There's not been any confirmation, but there is another clip with Friday Ricky Dredd talking about this that kind of adds just a little more credibility to the story. So let's go check that out, and then we'll move on from there.
So, like I said, Drake been trying to, you know what I'm saying, start a beef between us and overseas. It's not going to work. Overseas cats, real hip-hop heads, they know what Drake doing, man. Let's go.
Now, there's been multiple reports that Toronto rapper Top 5 was stabbed at the Wireless Festival in the UK. There's been news pouring in from multiple social media platforms as well as YouTube videos that are starting to come down the pipeline. And we're going to go over everything and do our best to dig deep and do our best journalism on this case right here. But before we get into that, as far as the different UK news articles, and people have been asking questions over there on the UK drill Reddit as well. And even DJ Academics has chimed in on the matter from his vacation in Turks and Caicos with a post in his Instagram stories. So if you go, you see these are his most recent posts. He's partying right now in.
And I also want to add that allegedly, even though he said it out of his own mouth, but he signed Top 5 to his label for 25 mil. Have y'all heard music from Top 5? And now this has just happened to him. I feel like, you know, not that it's my business, you know what I'm saying, or my money, but that's a waste of money, bro.
Enjoying his vacation. Right? Shout out to my mother. He's gonna tag her. You know, he's on vacation. And then all of a sudden, boom. No music. Praying for peace at Top 5. I love you, brother. So I don't know if this is something that's stemming from this alleged incident. And again, I'm going to say heavy on this alleged incident that's been being talked about.
All right, so we got that right there too. I mean, look, there's nothing concrete as far as I can tell coming from any UK news outlets. I mean, if something does pop up, I'll update y'all. But as of right now, it looked like Top 5 was running his mouth. And you know, he got the natural consequences of what happens when you run your mouth, man. Over there.
Hold up, my bad. So, listen, shout out to the Clips, man. You know what I mean? That project is phenomenal. You know what I mean? We needed that in today's climate. And also, if you haven't heard Slick Rick shit, trust me, you need to listen to it. You know what I'm saying? But back to the program.
In the UK, talk about there ain't no killers in the UK. He said, what? Yeah, look, I gotta go take a shower, man. I'm gonna get up with you later. I got to go. But anyway, we'll see what happened. I'll keep y'all updated. But moving on from that, we also want to. I also got a couple clips of a UK podcast. It's called the Rare Podcast, and they was having a conversation about Drake, the battle, things like that. And it's funny because they look at the whole Drake being a colonizer / chameleon thing pretty much the same way a good majority of us do. So let's go ahead and listen in, and we'll talk about that a little bit before we wrap things up.
And like I said, before this goes into effect, check this shit out. Go back into the V files and check the joint that I did on Drake. He's a troublemaker. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot going on with the brother. You know what I'm saying? He's very, what's the word I'm looking for? Very devilish, very sneaky, very shaitan-like. You know what I mean?
Let's be honest. Drake's sound has evolved, but Drake, throughout his career, he hopped on dancehall, hopped on Afrobeats, hopped on UK grime. That Atlanta verse, going back to UK rapper point, applies to us.
Yeah.
He used us for our cultural currency because, to be fair, Toronto culture and UK culture do have some parallels and similarities.
Yeah.
But even Drake's Toronto accent has been brought into dispute because we've seen old videos of him like kind of denouncing the accent. I didn't grow up in Toronto traditionally. But the point I'm making is that Kendrick.
Now, just for the record, so we got a moissanite chain and a diamond chain right here, okay? So let's take a look. So there's a difference there, and we'd have to really look closer to see the difference. But how much is this chain?
This is around $600. 6 millimeter, but this is silver. Yours, okay. I'm sure, is gold.
This is 14 karat.
Is basically saying that I am not a fraud to this culture. This culture acknowledges me and understands me, and I understand this culture. That's why I can use it. And it goes back to Land Euphoria, where he's like, you move to America to emulate heritage. This is West Coast heritage.
Yeah.
This is me. And this is why this is the biggest song on the track. Because it's so authentic to who Kendrick is. And that's why online, the West Coast have adopted this as their anthem. Because this is culture. It's not about you being mixed race. It's not about you being black. It's about you are not of a lineage, a cloth, a culture within hip hop, West Coast culture.
And you know what? And I've said this many times, and I pointed this whole thing out right here where Drake's ties to all of this are strict, honestly, monetary, right? Most of his alliances really are based on what people can get from him. That's why he's had so many people switched on him for the most part.
But hold up, this is what I want to say. I gotta say this. A lot of people, like I said in the last joint, I was like, you talk about being real, you know what I'm saying, not messing with fake people and all that other type stuff or whatever. But what do? For a bag, they go mess with people that they know they wouldn't mess with, right? Calling it business. This is my thing. I'm not going to deal with you if you're a fake motherfucker. I'm not. I'm just not going to deal with you. And nobody in my squad going to deal with you. That's just how we roll, yo. If we find out that you a fake nigga inside of the camp, you get booted out. That's the way it works. So we don't deal with people because of money. Come on, man. That's bullshit for real, for real. We don't get down like that.
But when you talk about going to war with somebody, right, that's important. Having that culture, having those alliances that go beyond just your stardom or your star power or just what, your money and how much you can pay somebody. And we know this as a fact because in Drake's case, in 2 battles, Pusha T and Kendrick, he tried to pay people for info, but that money wasn't enough to break those alliances and cause people to turn, right? Whereas on the other hand, Drake's, what he thought was alliances turned on him and gave up info on him. And so we see the importance of that cultural heritage, man, of having those roots and having alliances and loyalty that goes beyond just what you can give somebody. Drake doesn't have that. He doesn't have that. That's why he can go to the UK and say, y'all lyrics is better than everybody's. In American, even mine in Canada, and so on and so forth. But he has no seeds, no roots in America. He will never, ever have the majority side with him if he's going up against someone who's culturally respected. People talking about Pusha T and them and whatever they might do in sales and, of course, comparing him to Drake. And I made a comment on X. I'm like, it don't matter. It don't matter what they do in sales, even when you're talking about Drake, because the clips are more culturally respected than Drake. People will always side with them.
But see, this that mainstream shit. Data, right? in the culture, we know who's better. We know who's real. We know who's fake. We know who's authentic. All that, right? At the same time, they keep relying on data. And I heard that Travis Scott dissed towards Pusha T. Why, yo? Why, yo? I mean, why you want to do that to yourself? I mean, it's cool, you know what I'm saying? I don't know why you want to do that to yourself. But numbers, people get excited. Oh my God, look at his sales. Meanwhile, I'm just being real with y'all. That shit don't matter, yo. It don't matter. Travis Scott ain't nowhere near or close to even trying to be competitive with somebody like a Rock Marcy or a 38 Special. Impossible. You understand what I'm saying? And they sell way more. But at the same time, though, lyrical skill, we don't care about your data. We only care about the lyrics, the rhymes, the originality, you know what I'm saying, the authenticity of it all.
They've put their work in the game. You know what I'm saying? And whether or not you like them, whether or not you always agree with their raps, so on and so forth, it don't matter when it comes to the subject that we talking about. So just like he said, Drake goes now. He wants to assimilate UK culture and UK wherever I can go. But he has no really, even though he's from Toronto, Canada, he really has no home base. He's a man without a home. Really, he's just kind of like roaming because he's always trying to assimilate things instead of just being himself and standing on that shit.
Now that I use Monday Service, AI makes solving tickets my form of meditation. Monday Service is...
And so, because he's not real, the majority of his alliances aren't real. I mean, I don't want to go too deep in it, but man, if you really think about it and you look into it, none of this shit should be surprising. None of this. Kendrick is from the culture. Even if it's just, they're going to side with him regardless, man. It doesn't matter. And the fact that he's a top tier lyricist.
Hold up, wait a minute. But see, the people that have Drake's back corporate wise, they only know about data. So their whole thing is, what can we do to boost his data? Not the skill, not the honor, you know what I mean? Nothing like that. But what can we do to boost his data? They have to make him look a certain way, right? So I'm just saying, once again, mainstream shit. The majority of those people, they don't know about the culture. They just know how to make money off the culture. But as far as for the rules and regulations and shit, they don't promote it. Anybody that's kind of promoting the shit, they don't want that to happen. So the powers that be, right, which are the UMGs and all the other conglomerates, such, you know what I mean, and such or whatever. But I'm trying to say, basically, they don't care. It's all about the bottom line. It's all about the data and how the data brings in the money and the control over people. That's all they care about. No more, no less. How is that music going to affect my bottom line?
It just makes it all that much more difficult. You know what I'm saying?
Within hip hop is quintessential to this medium that we all get to eat off of. And I am a beneficiary. I'm a descendant of Grace. I'm a descendant of Pac. I'm a descendant of Dre. I'm a descendant of all these man. Kendrick is on this verse spitting like he's fucking sugar free.
Yeah.
And I think those, and I don't know, I don't know how old this clip is. It sounds like it may be a little dated, but I'm not sure. But the content is still relevant to right now because I feel like a lot of UK artists, you know, think this way. But let's go to another one.
You run to London when you need a check balance, bro. You get me? You run that.
Ho. Like I said, yo, they not falling for that over there. They know about Drake. You understand what I'm saying? It is what it is. People be so hyped up, but they don't understand. UK, they really about their business. Now, as far as for, what's his name, the guy that's getting ready to try to challenge, Joyner Lucas, Skepta. Let them have that battle. If that's the way that man feel, that's the way he feel. It is what it is. You understand what I'm saying? It's hip hop. It's a sport. They have the right to do that. He has the right to say that. He can call somebody out, but what Drake is doing is trying to jump on the bandwagon of that. And like I said, the other MCs over there, they know what's going on. They know the science. Here we go.
I think that's when the conversation starts to make
bars. Bars. Let's lay that out one more time.
Where I think the better conversation is you run to London when you need a check balance, bro. You get me? You run. I think that's when the conversation starts to make sense.
Yes.
Let's start from there. Like, let's start from you lost your beef. Cool. Where can I branch out to where I've showed love in the past? And let me just run back to them because America slightly, I'm losing cool points there, innit? And in the hip hop scene, I'm not present. So Jamaica, London, Africa, let's link up again.
And it just goes to show that his actions are see-through, right? You think people don't see what you're doing. You think people don't understand the moves you're making and why you're making them and your intentions. That's bullshit. Now, don't get me wrong. There's fans who just want to be fans and listen to music, and that's fine.
Hold up. Let me add on to that. Now, one thing I'm starting to understand better than I have ever did is that there are two type of people out here. You have people that are involved in the culture as far as for hip-hop music, period, and respect it. Then you have those that like music and they like the way it makes them feel, right? So trying to talk to those type of people about situations such as a Kendrick and a Drake, it don't register with them because they don't know the culture. They're not in the culture. They just like to listen to music. So I just want to make that, you know what I'm saying, very clear that you just have people that like music and they'll figure to themselves how they think that this shit works. Meanwhile, if they watching somebody like a DJ Academics, right, he's going to help them think that way because he's not in the culture. He's not a part of the culture. He's not in hip-hop culture. He has opinions. No more, no less.
You right? You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to people who understand who understand music, who understand the game, who understand what's going on, who just understand natural behavior. Like, okay, this guy, he's a fucking piece of shit, right? He act like he likes us and he act like he's a part of our culture and that he's actually showing us love when really all he's trying to do is ingratiate himself to us so that he can once again appropriate what it is that we have that he can benefit from. And for as long as that works, he'll be cool with us. But as soon as it doesn't, he'll move on to the next thing. But I want to play that clip one more time because that shit was kind of deep, though, for real. He said, you run to London when you need a check balance.
Where I think the better conversation is,
hey, come on in. I've always believed if you do one creative thing a day, it just...
You run to London when you need a check balance, bro. You get me? You run. I think that's when the conversation starts to make sense.
Yes.
Let's start from there. Like, let's start from you lost your beef. Cool. Where can I branch out to where I've showed love in the past? And let me just run back to them because
you lost your beef. Where can I branch out to? Damn, bro. Ain't this true? Again, no home base. He's a man without, what was it? Man Without a Country or whatever the hell that movie was. No Country for Old Men. No Country for Drake, man. Yeah, he's from Toronto. He's from Canada. But he doesn't really stand on that. And we know from videos in the past that he really didn't even like, the people he grew up around. For real. He thought they were beneath him. Didn't like the way they talked or nothing like that, right? I think Drake is this individual who just think he's so much better than everything and everybody. And whatever it is that he wants, he's going to get it from them. But he's kind of like lost within himself. You know what I'm saying?
America slightly, I'm losing cool points there, innit? And in the hip hop scene, I'm not present. So Jamaica, London, Africa, let's link up again.
Hey, man. No lies spoken there, my brother.
Where I think the better conversation is,
No lies spoken there. Oh, man. So there we have it. Listen, London ain't stupid, Drake. London ain't stupid, man. They not falling for your bullshit. Yeah, you got your fans and all that, but London ain't stupid, man. Also, we don't know what's going on for sure with Top 5, but it does look like he caught a couple of them things. You know what I'm saying? Running in his mouth, man. Running in his mouth. And I don't think nobody going to feel sorry for him I mean, even when I was going through the comments, I went through the Reddits. That was the sentiment of everybody. Basically, this is what happens when you run your mouth, right? So let me know what y'all think about all this in the comment section below. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. I'll check y'all the next one.
Yo, that was ill, right? So y'all seen it firsthand for yourself, yo. That shit Drake talking, ain't nobody really trying to hear that shit. That Iceman shit and all that. Man, listen, if that's what you into, you know what I'm saying, enjoy yourself, you know what I mean? But please, stop trying to call that man something that he's not. And he's not a part of hip-hop culture. He broke every rule. I mean, every rule. Even rules that niggas haven't broken, he broke them. So niggas had to make new rules because he broke rules that niggas never even thought that would happen in the game. That's crazy. You know what I mean? That's crazy as shit to me, man. That's crazy. That's really crazy. God damn. I mean, wow. That's all I can say. And you trying to go over to the UK and you trying to, you know what I'm saying, like, make yourself this person, you know what I'm saying, like, something didn't happen to you over here, so you go over there like they not paying attention. And then I seen one joint where the crowd is yelling F. Kendrick and all that other type stuff, and he was like, I drink to that, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, took a shot or what have you. But at the same time, it's like, yo, you can't do that over here. And you definitely, you did a little something over there, but the majority, they not rocking with you, bro. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. I wish I would have put my diss out. And this is way before Kendrick, because that's how severe, you know what I'm saying, I didn't want to hear this dude with all this tough talk and all that other type shit. The name of my joint was called Canadian Hand. I still might try to drop it, though. I don't know. But everybody else done did their thing, so it's like, oh, he gonna put his shit out. Like, nah, I could even show you the dates on my shit for real, for real. Matter of fact, Lil Damo made the beat for the shit, you know, for real. But I mean, nonetheless, man, it's like I really appreciate y'all. Thank you for liking the project and things of that nature, man. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, check the clothing line out. You know what I mean? Wow, I enjoy myself doing this shit. You know what I mean? I get a chance to put my 2 cents in it. I put the description, well, the link, so you could pull up. You know what I'm saying? Also, if you want to make some comments or whatever, everybody quiet today. It's all right with me, though. You know what I mean? I'll see you on the next one. You know what I'm saying? I mean, last week we had some participants. You know what I mean? But outside of that, man, like, yo, stay true to yourself. Learn the music business. Learn how to sell your music hand to hand. Get money, yo. Get money. That's all I can tell y'all, man. But I'm about to be out. You know what I'm saying? We're going to keep this short. Deuces. Crime scene on them. Crime scene on them. Crime scene. Yeah, I riggedy wreck shop. I spiggity spit that shit that make niggas Glock pop. Fuck streaming platforms, paying artists half a penny. Fuck that. Put the beam on them. Yellow tape crime scene on them. What's a nightmare to a dream, homie? Freddy Krueger and villain apparel only. The only time I play is when I'm fucking with Sony. Doctor took my DNA, they might wanna clone me. She wanted my seed so she could own me. I got ghosts like Tony, villain master at the ceremony. Hotter than Pyrex on the stovetop. Selling dope on cell phones and laptops. Stay banging Audio Max, ain't nothing stop. Pop the trunk, we flood the whole fucking block. Shop open, I bet even your mama cop. Lame niggas get chopped up like tan rocks. I'm on the low like red tops and tube socks. The type to get money and buy some more fucking stock. I keep sticking and moving till his body drop. The roof is on fire, I'm too fucking hot. I like the way shorty look in her dreadlocks. She had a yellow woo symbol on her black Crocs. Life is a paradox, I'm unorthodox. Feel the cold vein, cannibal ox. My city wants the violence to stop, but the little niggas on the block got bodies to drop, bottles to pop, new cars and clothes to cop. All they do is murder and shop, scheme and plot.